So, what are your projects for January? In today's video, I'm going to talk a little bit about the first quarter of 2026 and the projects and the timelines and things I'm going to be doing to get my best life ever in January towards a best life in 2026. Hi, I'm Bonnie Overman. I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope my channel will inspire you to lead a more productive, creative, and stylish life at any age, always on a budget. You know I'm going to be 75 this year, and I just say it because if I can do it, I know darn well you can do it too at any age. I have confidence in you. I want to thank all my wonderful friends, all my dear sweet subscribers that take the time to watch my videos and comment. It really touches my heart. And if you haven't subscribed yet, consider doing so. You don't want to miss a whole year where we're working towards our best year ever, our best life in 2026. Decorating, crafting, tablescaping competitions, projects, organizing, decluttering, all of this we're going to be doing. And if you like this, please give me a thumbs up. It does help my channel. Okay, so let's look at some of the things, the projects I'm looking at doing in the first 3 months, because instead of doing for the whole year, let's look at 3 months. We're going to evaluate after each month. Do I think I can get all this done in January? Maybe not. But here's the things I want to do for January. Then I'll talk about the other 2 months. The first one is cleaning and decluttering, okay? You do that before organization. You got to clean first. You got to get the trash out. You got to put stuff where it needs to go, and then you're left with stuff, and then you can declutter, and then you organize. Don't try to organize all the stuff you already have unless you've already decluttered, because if you have a problem not having a place for everything to go, guess what? It's not going to go anywhere. It's going to go in the piles and go on all your flat surfaces and on the floor. I don't know about you. It drives me crazy mentally. I cannot have peace of mind when my house, especially some of these rooms, have stuff all over. And I've showed you my rooms. I'm going to continue to show you my rooms until they're all organized, and I'll go through and explain how I did it. So I'm looking at the office. That's the one room I have. The other room I called black hole, and I'm not going to call it that anymore because I'm going to make it very efficient. So I'm going to call it the ER room. What does that mean? It's the everything room. It's not the emergency room. Well, sometime it is, but it's the everything room. So my ER room, that's my spare bedroom. Clean and declutter. That is the first step I want to hopefully get done in January. Do I think I'll totally get it done? Maybe not. If I can just clean and halfway declutter, I will be really happy with that. I want to start painting the inside of my house. So I'm going to start in the entryway and the living room. That's going to be a big job. I got to take everything down off the walls. I've got to fill all the holes. I've got to prime it, paint it, put things back. I'll take you along with me and show you, but I'm sick of this cocoa color. I want to paint it more the color of my shutters, light and bright, and just kind of redo some things. I also enter the fair this month, so I have to be very diligent about watching for when it comes up so I get in. They only have a couple-hour window. You've got to enter the fair in that window. Otherwise, all the spots are gone. So they said it's going to be mid-January, so I'll let you know how that looks. Now, let's take a look at my projects a little bit more specific, okay? So January, what I hope to do is to start do the cleaning. I'm going to give myself 1 day, and I'm going to do that on January 5th. And I want to do the other room on January 6th. And that's going to be a cleaning. And if I can get to it, starting the decluttering process. So the cleaning is going to be picking up all the trash, and then from there, and all the stuff I don't want. And then from there, I'm going to be decluttering. Now, how I'm going to do this is how people clean rooms also. I've watched a lot of videos. I don't know all this personally. A lot of things I share with you are things I've learned from other people. But you always start at one end of the room top to bottom when you clean. So that's how I'm going to be doing, moving around the room, not here and then going here and here. It's got to be very careful around the room. That's how I take down my Christmas too. I go all the way around my room and put everything on my coffee table and then put it away from there. So hopefully by the 10th, I'll be done with that. And then I can have another day set aside to start decluttering. I'm going to give myself probably an hour at a time. And then I'm going to stop because you get too overwhelmed with all of this too. And just do one section at a time when I go around the room. The second thing is going to be doing the same thing, like I said, in the office and the ER room. The next thing is going to be to buy the paint and start with my living room and entry. I might only get that far in January because I've got to pick out the color and I've got to kind of prep things too. So the next one is going to be enter the LA Fair. So I have clean and start to declutter the office, the ER room, to figure out the paint I want and buy it and start at least getting everything prepped and enter the LA County Fair. That's what I have so far. February, I want to be having the living room and entryway painted and perhaps start on the dining room and the kitchen. But that's going to be, I don't know. It all depends because I'm going to have to do like one part, move the furniture, and then move the furniture back, put some things up, then start on the next part because I go all the way around the room. Again, full on decluttering, which I'm going to give myself 2 to 3 days in February for the office and the ER. And I have to enter the Orange County Fair in February. You guys, they might have 2 shows. I might be doing 3 fair tables this year. Now, I'm moving on to March, but again, it all depends how far I go. So March is going to be painting the kitchen and the den. Same color, cream. I'm doing cream throughout my house. Then I'm now starting the organizational process where I'm going into each bin and putting all the like stuff together and having a home, a tub, a basket, something to put my stuff in. Also, I want to paint the outside table and chairs that I have. I have to sand them down and paint them. And I want to start on the storage, the whole storage situation. I have 2 storage units on my property. I mean, you probably wonder where I have all this stuff, not just in those 2 rooms. Those 2 rooms, I keep things that might melt outside or get damaged or they're too good to put in a storage unit. So that's going to be around April, but I have something really exciting to say too. So January, February, March, I'm going to leave my black and white and camel color room. And I'll be showing you my whole room before I paint and when I'm painting and the whole thing. I'm going to do a blue and white. I'm going to take some of the black and white out and put the blue and white in and make it like beach. I'm going to have a coastal look for April, May, June, July, and then I go into fall in August, September, October. That's going to be more Halloween. I know what my theme's going to be, but I can't tell you because it has to do with my table at the fair too. But anyway, so I am really excited. And I'm also going to do one other thing I didn't really list before, but I look at what are the things that you keep saying, oh, I've got to do that, but I just don't have time or whatever it is. One of my things is I buy a lot of Anna Griffin paper kits. So there's a lot of dies, dies that cut out things and all that. I've never used my electric machine, and I'm going to put this out there right now to hold me accountable. I've had it for 2 years, and it's sitting in one room. I have the cranky one, that you crank. Anyway, that is my goal for the first quarter of this year, is to come up with maybe a day a week that I can use that machine and die cut things. I have fern die cuts where I can make beautiful ferns, and I have beautiful Easter baskets, and I have a beautiful Fabergé egg die set that I want to cut out. And there's stuff for Halloween, there's stuff for just all the stuff. And I really need to start doing that because it's either use it or lose it. That's one of my mottos right now. Anyway, I hope this helped you. I'm going to keep you towards the end of January. I'm going to let you know how far I've come, and I'm going to show you photos and videos and show you what I've done. Did I buy the paint? Have I started painting? I got to do this because otherwise it'll be another year and another year. Live how you want to live now. Live your best January ever. Live your best year ever. Live your best life by taking control and getting this stuff done. Maybe it's just your health. Maybe it's your home. Maybe it's maybe mentally you feel off. Do whatever you have to do to get in a good place where you can enjoy your life every single day and you're not looking around becoming anxious, becoming frustrated and upset with yourself because you just don't get anything done you want to get done. Visually, I think it's really important. Get the stuff off the floor, off your surfaces, and it'll be so, so good for you. I promise you. Anyway, I need to get busy. I have a lot to do, but I will see you in the next video. Bye.